Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Sadabbas. This lecture is divided in four parts. In part one, we will discuss concepts related to quality engineering, and we will see the activities that are performed during the quality engineering process. In part two, we will discuss the elements of software quality assurance system. Whereas in part 3 and part 4 of this lecture, we will discuss the architectural view of the SQA system. So let's start our discussion with the first part, that is quality engineering. Before starting our discussion on software quality engineering, we need to understand the concept of software quality assurance so that we can distinguish between these two concepts and build our foundational concepts. So here we have two definitions of software quality assurance, and let's see the first definition. According to this definition, software quality assurance is a planned and systematic approach to the evaluation of the quality and adherence to the software product standards, processes, and procedures. So like here we have some keywords. For example, it is a planned set of activities, systematic set of activities. And what is the purpose of these activities? That they are meant to evaluate the quality. So we see the second definition. According to this definition, uh, it is to assure that the standards, processes, and procedures are appropriate for the project and are correctly implemented. So you see that here, like we can see that SQ is in fact a way of monitoring the software engineering process, uh, and uh, and it is in fact to ensure that the standards and procedures while developing the software, they are being met or not. So different customers and different users, they have different quality expectations under different market environments. Therefore, we need to move beyond just performing quality assurance activities towards quality engineering by managing these quality expectations as an engineering problem. So for that, we will have to define software quality engineering formally. Here we have a formal definition of software quality engineering. And according to this definition, software quality engineering is the application of a continuous, systematic, disciplined, and quantifiable approach to the development and maintenance of quality throughout the whole life cycle of software products and systems. So this definition emphasizes on, in fact, managing the quality throughout the life cycle as formally as possible. That is, we need to look this process as an engineering process so that we can apply the practical knowledge in a more effective and better way to manage and oversee the development activities throughout the life cycle of the software. So here we have, you can see we have some important keywords. For example, uh, continuous. That what do we mean by continuous? That it is in fact a continuously applying some approaches or some activities. So what is the purpose of continuously applying? For example, if an approach is not able to achieve the desired effect for the first time, then we need to apply, we need to improve our existing approach and apply it again so that we can achieve our desired outcomes. Similarly, It is another keyword that is important here and new in this definition is a quantifiable approach. Now, what is a quantifiable approach? That like an approach which is able to measure the effectiveness of our methodology. So here our emphasis would be on quantification, that is whether we have achieved the desired results or outcomes through the process or not. So as compared to quality assurance, here mainly what we are emphasizing on is the managerial aspect. That is, we have to plan better in order to make this process more effective, so that it is in fact a true representation of some engineering activity. Here I will discuss the activities and processes that are involved in quality engineering. Mainly there are three types of activities. These activities include pre-quality assurance activities, in-quality assurance activities, and post-quality assurance activities. As you can see in this figure that we have mainly the entry point. Here we in fact start our quality planning activities, whereas the second type of major activity, that is quality assurance activities. These are in fact the core quality assurance activities that are performed in this process, whereas the third type of major activity in this quality engineering process is quality assessment and improvement. So we will have a discussion on each of these groups of activities in the next slides. Pre-quality quality assurance activities. Uh, you can see that here we have a quality planning as the entry point. So this is in fact the stage where we will do plannings about some activities that are to be performed during the project. So the activities at this stage, they are mainly of two types. The first one is setting specific quality goals by matching the customer's expectations. For example, if the project is from the domain of real-time systems or safety critical systems or some industrial domain, then safety might be one of the attributes that is very important for customers. Similarly, from the project of financial domain, the security of financial transactions, that is very important. So once you have identified the quality goals that are or quality expectations of the users, then we need to identify the measures to see if the selected quality goals have been met or not. Then the second type of activity that we will do at planning is forming an overall quality assurance strategy, which includes two sub-activities. In fact, the first one here is that selecting appropriate quality assurance activities to perform. For example, like shall we perform reviews? Shall we perform inspection, walkthroughs, testing, and like at which stage we will be performing which activity. So the planning about these core quality assurance activities is also done. Then we also choose appropriate quality measurements and models to provide feedbacks, similarly to perform the assessments about quality and revise our strategies for the sake of improvement. So here you can see the arrow going from like quality planning towards quality goals, which is in fact an oval. So similarly we have the arrows going from quality planning towards selected quality assurance activity, and so it means that this is in fact the basic phase where on which all our future activities related to quality assurance they are based. In quality assurance activities, these are activities that are in fact the core quality assurance activities. For example, reviews, auditing, inspection of any artifact, testing. So we will have a detailed discussion on these activities in upcoming lectures of this course. So far, we are only discussing the activities of quality engineering. So I will just keep a focus on those activities. Then the third type of activities in quality engineering are post-quality assurance activities. So these activities are, for example, quality measurement related activities, assessment and improvement. So the primary purpose of these activities is to provide quality assessment and feedback, so that various management decisions can be made. Similarly, the adjustments in the overall process strategies could be made to make the processes more effective. So here the most important thing is feedback from this activity, that this activity provides feedback to the previous activity. For example, it might provide feedback to planning, or it might provide feedback to some other activity. So mainly two types of feedbacks are here, which are which can be characterized as short-term feedback and long-term feedback. So short-term feedback provides information for progress tracking, similarly activity scheduling and identification of areas that need some special and immediate attention, and more and mainly this feedback is from immediate activities, whereas long-term feedback uh, this might be the feedback to quality planning stage, so that necessary adjustments can be made to quality goals and the remaining quality assurance strategies. The materials in this video are based on chapter 5 of Jeff Tian's book that we are using as one of our course books. So I will summarize the contents of this video. That to manage the quality assurance activities in a more realistic and quantifiable way, we need to go beyond quality assurance activities, and of course in addition to those activities, we need to focus on quality planning and assessment and improvement activities. So in next video I will discuss a new topic. See you in that video. Thank you.